Time travel, the ultimate fantasy or a philosophical nightmare. Time travel. It seduces us with promises of grandeur, adventure, and the chance to rewrite everything, fix mistakes, witness a world you've only read about in history books. Imagine coffee with Einstein or glimpsing the galaxies humanity will one day inhabit. Sure, it sounds amazing, but what if the fantasy is a trap? What if being a time traveler is less about exploration and more about existential crises? You might soon find yourself asking, was this adventure ever worth it? You arrive in ancient Greece ready to marvel at Socrates' speeches or consult the Oracle of Delphi, except no one understands your modern dialect. Your jeans and synthetic jacket are alien. Your habits scream, outsider. Want to barter for bread? Good luck convincing a merchant that your 21st century coins, or worse, your credit card, are worth anything. Fitting into another era is no small feat. You're out of place in every sense. Even your smile could betray you. Orthodontics didn't exist in the medieval ages. The sheer effort to survive without standing out, to get food, shelter, and safety, becomes an exhausting performance. A stray word or gesture could expose your origins, and in times of superstition or paranoia, that could make you a target. Enlightened philosopher or not, the world might see you as a witch, spy, or worse. Is being a historical tourist worth the paranoia of constantly pretending you belong? Time is delicate, threaded by endless events, each connected to another like a cosmic web. It takes just one misplaced action to destroy it all. This concept, famously called the butterfly effect, means every move you make yields far-reaching consequences. Accidentally step on an insect? That insect was supposed to pollinate a plant. That plant would have fed a villager. That villager might have given rise to someone monumental, say, the person who prevents global famine centuries later. Whoops. Think about how easy it is to unintentionally disrupt the past. You might prevent your grandparents from meeting without realizing it. Boom! Your family tree vanishes, taking you with it. Changing a seemingly minor moment could lead to wars, pandemics, or technological collapse. Every action is a risk, and here's the kicker: even doing nothing isn't safe. By existing out of your time, you've already created ripples in an uncharted direction. Philosophy fans appreciate the existential loneliness that comes with modern living, but take that feeling and multiply it by infinity. Time travel isolates you at your core. Your family and friends, all gone, locked in the timeline you left behind. Sure, you might find company in the past or future, but how deep will that bond be when you know you don't belong? Imagine forming connections while knowing they'll dissolve when you leave, or worse, knowing they could unravel entire realities by merely existing. Time travelers often become ghosts, passing through the world, unable to leave more than a faint whisper of themselves. You're a visitor, condemned to observe humanity from the outside looking in. Can a relationship really matter when its very existence threatens history itself? Can home exist anywhere when you're unstuck from time? The further you drift, the harder it is to answer. Time travel's seemingly coolest feats are also its most dangerous flaws. Take the grandfather paradox, for instance. What if you accidentally prevent your parents' meeting by interfering in the past? These paradoxes aren't mere brain teasers. They're reality-warping conundrums that could break the very fabric of time. Here's the philosophical twist. These paradoxes don't just violate physics. They fracture your sense of identity. The rational mind craves origin and causality, stability and coherence. Now you're staring into the abyss of what-ifs and impossibles, and the abyss is staring back. Are you the cause of your own undoing? Did you destroy history by simply being? Time travel may not just tear apart the laws of time, it might also unravel your sanity. Your body is a temple tailored specifically for the timeline you inhabit. Take that body to another period, however, and it becomes a hair trigger loaded with mortality. Travel to the past and you could catch diseases your immune system never learned to fight. It doesn't stop there. The method of travel itself might be dangerous. Science fiction warns of side effects: radiation burns, molecular instability, or cellular degradation. If tinkering with time disrupts your physical matter, how long until you look at yourself and wonder if you're still human? In philosophy, the body and mind are often seen as interdependent. What happens then once your body begins to betray you? Time, the very thing you sought to conquer, might claim you as its first casualty. Picture this. You know about an upcoming disaster. A chance to intervene dangles in front of you like a forbidden fruit. But intervening, saving a life, stopping a catastrophe, could warp the present you came from. Do you sit idly by? Or try to rewrite history, knowing every adjustment brings unforeseen consequences? The temptation to change personal regrets is even more intoxicating. What if you could rewrite your failures? Undo heartbreak? Spare yourself embarrassment? Yet, anything you tweak in your personal history might come at a cost. The life you now know. Even the most optimistic time traveler faces one brutal truth. Once you leave, you might never truly return. Time is far from a neat and tidy loop. Each journey has the potential to alter your original timeline, making home unrecognizable. Worse, you might erase your timeline altogether, leaving you stranded in a version of reality you no longer understand. In essence, time travel makes you a permanent wanderer, drifting through fractured possibilities. Your home is no longer a point on the map, but a memory forever out of reach. Is any destination worth losing what makes you you? For philosophy fans, this echoes age-old questions about belonging and identity. Time travel promises thrills, a taste of omnipotence as you meddle with the cosmic flow. But behind the romanticism lies existential dread. You're faced with isolation, ethical quandaries, physical perils, and mental strain unlike any the human mind was built to endure. Maybe some mysteries are better left untouched. Time travel isn't just a fantasy or a science fiction trope. It's a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest fears and curiosities. So the next time you dream about stepping into a time machine, ask yourself, would traveling through time really make you free, or would it simply unearth 100 new ways to lose yourself? Perhaps the greatest act of wisdom lies not in conquering time, but in learning to live within it.